Hi, John Alford, wanting to chat with you again for a few minutes, a little more in depth about how to leverage the fact that your taxes are probably the lowest they're ever going to be while you're on active duty. Yes, I know it's a little frustrating to be paying taxes on money that comes out of other people's taxes, so you're likely paying part of your own paycheck, but I'll tell you from my experience, I paid the lowest federal tax that I ever did while I was on active duty, and because many of our bases are in states with no income tax, and you can likely become a resident and stay a resident of that state while you're on active duty, you might not be paying any state income tax as well. So let's talk about how to take advantage of that. None of us like paying taxes. We have to pay our fair share, but while you're paying a very small amount, I want to talk to you about some opportunities to leverage that and to maximize that take-home income. The first thing is, we talked about SGLI, Serviceman Group Life Insurance. That is a great benefit that you have this low-cost term life insurance and other benefits if you become disabled or to your beneficiaries while you're on active duty. So that's a great benefit. And then you also have a lot of education benefits that come to you either through tuition assistance. You qualified for the GI Bill. I'm just seeing recently that a lot of sailors and soldiers, airmen, Marines, Coast Guardmen, they're getting bonuses when they come on active duty to pay off their student loans or to get loan forgiveness. And that's a benefit that comes to you that possibly you won't have to pay taxes on. You know that you're going to get predictable pay raises while you're on active duty. Usually that's every 2 years, plus an annual cost of living increase most years on the first of the year. And you have the potential for promotions, right? The military is definitely a move up or move out type organization. So during your career, you likely will get 5, 6, sometimes even 8 promotions if you become the senior enlisted or an admiral or general. So while you're doing that, you're making more money, but you're still in this tax favored category between potentially not paying any state income tax and a lot of your income coming to you as untaxed allowances. So let's talk about a few strategies that I've learned, sometimes the hard way, but sometimes other people mentored and shared these with me. Well, first off, you now have the opportunity to have a Roth TSP. That's the Thrift Savings Plan, and that money goes in after that low taxes and will never be taxed again, and you can leave that money in there for life. Or you can use it later in life for tax-free income. The next thing is most service members are now covered by what's called the Blended Retirement System, or BRS. In that, you get a match into TSP up to a 4% match if you contribute 5% of your pay. Now that does go into the regular TSP, but that means you'd have a Roth TSP that you're contributing to growing and a regular TSP. The other thing is your spouse and your children may be more insurable in a private plan that I call a tax-free retirement vehicle, because your MOS, let's be honest, I was an EOD guy, explosive ordnance disposal. You might be in EOD or another hazardous MOS, operational specialty, that makes it hard to get personal life insurance. That's the vehicle we use for these tax-free retirement. So you could do things like start one on your spouse, or you could start what we call $1 million baby plan for each child as they come along. You put money in for that child, you have access to use it in what we call a tax-free indexed account for your children, for your spouse, and then you can use that money however you need it for almost any purpose at any time. And if you as the service member qualify, you could have one on you as well. But I know, like my brothers and sisters in the EOD community, they can't get those, right? They're bomb techs, not necessarily a good life insurance risk. The good thing about getting those accounts is they're the new style of life insurance, the smartphone of life insurance, which includes living benefits, life insurance you don't have to die to use. The other thing is, because these are personal plans built for you and your family, they're not tied to your military status. So like SGLI and FSGLI would go away when you retire. Yes, you could get VGLI, but you don't have SGLI for your family anymore. These personal plans are yours and your family's. They're assets you have, not tied to your military service. Those are just a few tips and tricks on maximizing your pay and allowance and other benefits that you have in the military. Hope you've learned something. I'd love to share more with you. You can either message me or leave a comment, and we'll try to get together, get you some information either through a Zoom, or if you're local, get together and we can talk more about these ideas and ways to maximize the benefit to you and your family while you're serving our country in the military. Thank you, and I look forward to hearing from you.